Welcome to Slow English. Some of the most difficult moments in life are not loud. They are not dramatic. They are not visible to other people. They happen in silence when nothing seems to be happening outside, but inside you, everything feels awake. Have you ever noticed how silence can feel heavy? During the day, your mind is busy. You answer messages, you work, you solve problems, you move from one task to another. There is always something demanding your attention. Noise surrounds you. Responsibilities surround you. And in that noise, you do not have time to think too deeply. But then the day ends. You turn off the lights. The world becomes quiet. There are no notifications, no conversations, no distractions. And suddenly, your thoughts become louder. You start remembering small things. A conversation that felt strange. A comment that hurt more than you expected. A mistake you made. Something you wanted to say but did not. Silence removes the distractions. And when the distractions disappear, you meet yourself. That is why silence can feel uncomfortable. Because silence is honest. It doesn't hide your emotions. It doesn't cover your doubts. It doesn't entertain you so you forget your worries. It simply allows your thoughts to exist without interruption. Many people try to escape that feeling. We open social media without thinking. We play music immediately. We watch videos even when we are tired. We scroll until our eyes hurt. Not because we really need entertainment, but because we are afraid of sitting alone with our thoughts. But what if silence is not your enemy? What if silence is the place where your real strength begins to grow? Imagine this. You arrive home after a long day. Your body feels tired. Your mind feels full. You sit down in a quiet room. Your phone is next to you. You feel the habit of picking it up. It almost happens automatically. But this time, you stop yourself. You leave the phone where it is. You sit there. At first, it feels strange, almost uncomfortable. Your brain wants stimulation. It wants noise. You feel a small restlessness in your chest. Your thoughts move quickly from one idea to another. But you decide to stay. You take a slow breath, then another. Slowly, your body begins to relax. Your breathing becomes deeper. The fast thoughts begin to slow down. You are not running from them anymore. You are simply observing them. Silence is not empty. It is space. Space to feel what you ignored during the day. Space to recognize emotions that were hidden under responsibilities. Space to understand yourself better. When life is loud, you only react. You respond quickly. You defend yourself. You solve problems. You survive the day. But in silence, you begin to understand the day. Maybe you realize that you are more tired than you thought. Maybe you notice a quiet sadness that has been following you for weeks. Maybe you understand that you feel pressure to be perfect, and that pressure is exhausting you. Silence shows you what noise hides, and sometimes that truth is uncomfortable. In quiet moments, questions appear. Am I doing enough? Am I moving in the right direction? Why do I feel so much pressure? Why does this small problem feel so heavy? These questions are not weakness. They are awareness. And awareness is the beginning of growth. Many people believe strength must be loud. They think strong people always speak confidently, defend themselves immediately, and show power in visible ways. But there is another kind of strength. It is quiet. It is the strength to pause before reacting, the strength to breathe when you feel anger, the strength to stay calm when someone misunderstands you. Think about a moment when someone criticized you. Maybe it happened at work. Maybe it happened in your family. Maybe it happened in a relationship. Your first reaction might have been to defend yourself immediately, to explain everything, to prove that you were right. But imagine choosing a different response. Imagine pausing. Not because you have nothing to say, but because you want to respond with clarity instead of emotion. That pause is strength. When you react to everything, you lose energy. You try to control how people see you. You try to correct every misunderstanding. You try to defend your value constantly. It is exhausting. Silence protects your energy. It helps you understand that not every comment deserves your response. Not every situation requires your explanation. Sometimes your peace is more important than being right. Now think about your personal dreams. Maybe you are building something quietly, a project, a skill, a better version of yourself. Not everyone sees your effort. Not everyone understands your vision. Some people doubt you. Some people question your choices. You could spend your time explaining everything, or you could continue working quietly. A tree does not make noise while it grows. It does not ask for attention every day. It grows slowly, consistently, silently. And one day, it is strong and stable. Real growth often happens in silence. There is also emotional silence. This does not mean hiding your feelings. It means understanding them before expressing them. When someone says something that hurts you, your first reaction may be anger. But if you pause and ask yourself why it hurt, you might discover something deeper. Maybe it touched an old insecurity. Maybe it reminded you of a past failure. Maybe it connected to a fear you have not fully accepted. That small space between emotion and reaction is where maturity lives. Becoming stronger in silence also means learning to be alone without feeling incomplete. Loneliness feels painful because it feels like something is missing. But being alone can feel peaceful when you feel comfortable with yourself. When was the last time you walked without headphones and simply listened to the sounds around you? When was the last time you sat quietly with a cup of coffee and allowed your thoughts to move slowly? These small moments are practice. The more comfortable you become with silence, the less afraid you feel of your own mind. You stop running from your thoughts. You stop distracting yourself every minute. You start building a stronger connection with who you really are, and something powerful happens. You begin to trust yourself more. You remember that you survived difficult days. You remember that you handled situations you once believed were impossible. You remember that you are stronger than you thought. In noise, you forget your resilience. In silence, you remember it. Silence is not weakness. It is control. It is choosing clarity instead of chaos, peace instead of ego, depth instead of attention. Of course, there are times when you must speak. Your voice matters. There are moments when you must protect yourself and express your needs clearly. But when you are comfortable with silence, your words become more powerful. They are calm. They are intentional. They are clear. They are not emotional explosions. They are thoughtful responses. There is something very powerful about a calm person in a loud world. Confidence does not always shout. Sometimes it stands quietly and remains steady. Maybe today your mind feels noisy. Maybe you feel pressure to answer every message, respond to every opinion, and react to every situation, but you do not have to. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to disconnect for a moment. You are allowed to sit in silence and simply exist without proving anything. Strength is not always dramatic. Sometimes it looks simple. You close your eyes. You take a slow breath. You feel your heartbeat. You allow yourself to be present. You choose not to react immediately. You choose understanding. You choose calm. You choose silence. And in that silence, something inside you grows. Not loudly, not publicly, but deeply. So tonight, when everything becomes quiet and your thoughts begin to speak again, do not be afraid. Listen gently. Notice what your mind is trying to tell you. There is wisdom in your silence. There is healing in your pause. There is strength in your calm presence. You are not weak for feeling deeply. You are not weak for needing space. You are not weak for choosing quiet over noise. You are learning. You are growing. You are becoming stronger in ways that do not need attention. Take one slow breath now. Feel the air entering your body. Feel your chest rising and falling. Feel the calm around you. You are safe in this moment. You are enough in this silence. And sometimes, the strongest thing you can do is simply stay.